Happy Friday, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at Broadway's H32. This is an older release, but they're still making them with some new road numbers. And yeah, I'm just super excited about these things. So let's kind of jump into these. When I first got them, they came in a 4-pack, and I believe, here we are. I got this set for $40 shipped to me, and I got another one for $44. So you saw 8 of them running through here. Now, I kind of bought these as a dual purpose. I am forever requesting to get a really long unit grain train, and I wanted them for multiple eras. And so I still think these are going to work for me, but if you didn't notice when I did the drive-by at the beginning, a modern 3-bay is just huge compared to these things. And I didn't catch that in the picture when I first purchased these. Now, I thought maybe it was a scale issue and that's why these were super cheap, but I kind of looked these up, and to the best of my ability, excuse me, they're actually built as close to scale as I think they can be. I think Broadway actually did a good job on it, because if you run a more time-correct piece of rolling stock next to it, they're the same height as these ballast cars. So honestly, I think they probably just converted some normal hopper cars and made some nice big 5-bay covered hoppers. So a little bit of my disappointment comes from them being too short to be running a newer consist, but that's all right. I want to run some older things as well, like with my steamers. And I bought 2 identical kits because different road numbers, especially for covered hoppers, seem to be hard to come by or expensive to purchase. So in the future, I will be weathering these and doing some graffiti work and possibly some renumbering to try and kind of hide the road numbers, just as kind of a money saving thing. So that's coming up in the future. But let's just take one of these and look at it, because honestly, for $10, $12 a car, and I do understand that the new releases are not this affordable. They're substantially more expensive, like in the $25 a car range, which is probably a little high for what these are. But for $10 a car, especially since we don't have to do a microtrains conversion, which we will talk about here in a moment, but the level of detail on this thing is just wonderful. The trucks are okay. Metal wheels, if that's your thing, cool. Not really mine, but I haven't had any problem with these. The flanges are nice and short, so they run through turnouts awesome, and I'll get to that in a moment too. But body mounted coupler, and it's solid. No coupler slack like you get with the other microtrans couplers. Frame and ladder is really good. The walkway detail is immaculate on this thing. Super small. I'm not even sure how they get it that small, but it does look good. Covers are nice. But let's just get down here to the brake lever. Come on. You can maybe get it on camera, but you can even see the chain below the brake lever. Just awesome work, Broadway. Awesome work. The numbering, lettering is all super crisp and small. Looks great. The dump doors, the handles are nice and detailed. They just did an awesome job with this thing, and I am super impressed. And to be honest, I didn't think I was going to be when I first got these. I was a little concerned with the size, and I was going to sell them as soon as I finished the review, but after putting a bunch, and I mean a bunch of runtime on these things, I kind of fell in love with them, because they gotta be the least issue rolling stock I have yet to use. And if all body mount couplers worked as good as this thing, I understand why everybody wants them. You can push, you can pull, you can do whatever you want through a turnout, and these things are locked in. I have yet to have a derailment on these. With the truck mount couplers, a lot of times when you're going through a tight turnout, it ends up putting a little bit of side load on that coupler, and it can get you to pop a wheel like happened there. And not so much an issue when you're pulling through, but when you're pushing back through a turnout, it can definitely be a thing. Now, I've always just known that that's a problem and I avoid those scenarios, but these things, wow. I have never had a piece of rolling stock run this smoothly through turnouts without hiccups, no problems at all. And yeah, just wonderful, wonderful rolling stock. Also, the no coupler slack thing, other than the little bit of space that's between the couplers, no coupler slack like you would see on a normal microtrains where it's a little springy in there. Coming down hills, that's a big thing with these. These stay locked in and smooth the entire downhill. Another thing that I really like about them. Metal wheels are what they are. They're actually a little louder than I expected them to be, and I wonder if it's because they're empty inside here. There's enough weight that they didn't put anything in them, and they kind of act as a resonating chamber. So these are actually a little louder than the Katos that would directly compare to them. But honestly, I haven't had to trim hoses yet. Must be something to do with the body mount coupler. These hoses don't tend to get in the way and catch on things like the other ones do. I trim a lot of my microtrains couplers because of that reason. Zero issues again with these things. I just don't know what else to say other than these things are amazing and you should probably buy some of them. For $40, this is $10 a car, $11 for the other set I got. So we'll just call it $12. $12, incredible detail. You don't have to do a truck replacement. You don't have to do wheel replacement. The things just run. They're absolutely set it and forget it. To date, 100% the best deal on rolling stock that I've found. These are great, and I recommend them to anybody, especially at this like $40 to $50 price point for 4 cars. That is an awesome deal. I think I'm probably going to end up buying some more from Broadway and maybe pay a little higher amount, see what the new ones, if they have anything that would justify the higher price against these. But man, I didn't expect to fall in love with these things, and I have. They're some of my favorite pieces of rolling stock, and I think if you find some of these out in the wild, pick them up, you won't be disappointed with them. All right, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate you watching the video, and I will see you this Sunday for the review. Great Northern Steamer is coming through, so I'm excited about this one. It's a pretty cool model. Have a good weekend.